This wake-up call is truly a wake-up call. What we're coming into is a time where a lot of people are leaving the planet, and they're leaving the planet because they don't have the wherewithal and they haven't understood how to go direct with consciousness and how to navigate these times of great change without being taken out by the judgments, by the polarity, by the incongruency, the lies, the manipulation. They feel all of it, but they have no tools to be able to navigate it without experiencing the pain. They have no way to access greater wisdom, and therefore they have no knowing, no faith, no understanding, no hope. And when you don't have hope, not because there isn't any, but because you don't have access to seeing it, there's really not a lot of reason to stick around. So for us here at the Wide Awakening, my piece of the puzzle of assisting humanity and building bridges, I should say the entire team's piece of the puzzle, because we're all in this together, is to assist human beings to embody the skills that not only allow us to survive these times of great change, surviving it, so let's just define what survival looks like. Survival looks like you have enough money in your bank account, you have someone in your life that likes you well enough, you have at least a couple of people that love you, you feel like you might have enough savings in your account to take an RV across the country when you retire, you might have enough health care that you can survive a couple of bouts of something when you get older, and then you're going to die. That's survival. And if you get a little bit more happiness than you have now, and a little bit more freedom than you have now, a little bit less upset from people around you than you have now, a little less resistance than you have now, a little bit better quality sleep than you have now, and a little more energy than you have now, then you have achieved better survival. But that is not thriving. So familiar, controlled, predictable, better than you are now is surviving. It's okay. If that is what you want, you will get some of that definitely from what we're going to talk about. If what you want is this, because now I'm going to talk about thriving. Our work is really about thriving. It's for sure, if you want to survive better, you're going to get that in our work. But my mission, if you were to thrive, you become a beacon of all of us being able to thrive, given your past circumstances. Do you understand what I'm saying? Given our past circumstances, you will be able to actually thrive. And when you become a bridge for thriving from the history of what you've been through, you embody the codes to be a bridge for it being possible for anyone to do that. And you now infuse those codes into the matrix of life, and anyone in all of consciousness, any civilization, can access the bridge that you built, and that is powerful. Don't play the Enlightenment Olympics either, because some people are so scared that they'll have a nervous breakdown if they leap into thriving. Honestly, it's like it's too much. I'm okay right now with surviving a little bit better. So don't make it wrong. If that's where you're at, it's perfectly awesome. At some point, you'll get to surviving better enough that you'd be like, yeah, I got this. I'm up for thriving. So don't judge, okay? Just don't judge. All right. So thriving looks like this. It looks like you're no longer willing to get better at finding financial freedom the same way you always, like you want to go beyond just having enough that you can give from your overflow. It means that the depths of the relationships you have are wide and deep. And there might be 3 of them, but they're so delicious. It means that you found your tribe, and you have a sense of community. It means that you know that you can make a difference in your family, in your own life, and for others. It means that you've gone beyond hope. You're just looking for way. You're looking to give from your overflow. You have enough vitality in your body that there's an overflow that you would love to give from. It certainly means that you are able to fulfill on ideas that because you have a direct connection with greater consciousness, and the way you get there is to embody those, at least the first 24 innate abilities that allow you to go direct with consciousness, such that you see the greater picture. That's one of the innate abilities, such that you're able consistently to know what there is to say or not say in any situation. You stop being triggered. You just are up for building bridges. You're not interested in being a right fighter and being righteous. You're looking for the opportunities to build a bridge where there are opportunities to build a bridge, rather than being righteous and pushing people away. You're looking to understand versus being understood. These are all superpowers. You can feel the harmony of nature such that it's to the point that you actually know what the trees and the flowers and individual trees are saying to you. And if they have messages, you stop and you listen. And it's a consistent thing, not on a weekly basis, but on an hour by hour basis sometimes for me. You have a direct relationship with your guides and angels. It's not the relationship becomes so deep and thriving that you start to embody, you become a walking meditation. You get the information you need, because the information you need is not coming from your head. You transcend analysis because you're far more interested in connecting with greater wisdom than you are in connecting with your history and what you already know, what you learned on TV or in a book, or for some other, maybe there's a raving genius in a book that you've just read, but what interests you more is what your greater wisdom has to say about that tidbit of genius that you saw in the book, and then you even expand on it. You're not interested in giving your power away to others anymore, because you know you have your own direct route with consciousness. You starting to get what thriving looks like? So I hope you understand what that means and what that feels like. And what I just shared is really more about it's more about the embodiment of that thriving experience. And whatever you get from today, if it's surviving better, I promise you it's towards thriving. It doesn't matter where you're at. Don't judge. Don't be annoyed. Don't be frustrated with yourself. Don't judge yourself. Wherever you're at, it's perfectly wonderful and fantastic.